Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Corey, and today we are doing a redesign. A couple of you have been pressing me for the past couple of weeks about doing a redesign. Hold on, pause please. You already know what time it is. I just gotta be sure. Before we even get too deep, I wanna let you know that I am filming on a new camera today. I am normally filming on a Canon M200. A lot of you ask me all the time. Today I am on a Canon R50. I just got it literally today and I love it. I'm sure the quality is just as good, if not better. I have not touched a single setting. So let me know how this looks. I'll play around with it later, but that's not what we're here for. Today we're doing a redesign of Jason's Deli. I don't know why, I've been in a foodie mood lately. My last design video was also food related, and today we're going for the same thing. I am prepped for today's video. I even took some notes and generated some ideas to help this move along a little smoother for myself, because normally it is a shit show in here. But if you don't know what Jason's Deli is, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a chain restaurant that sells sandwiches, soups. They have a salad bar. They have free ice cream. It's a vibe in there. I usually do not frequent Jason's Deli, even though I pass it every single day. I am a Panera girl. But I thought about it and I was like, why not? Let's do it. If you have not sat down for one of these videos before, I do recommend you get a snack or something to drink. We're going for a ride. I don't have anything to drink. Hold on. Yeah, best of both worlds in here. Let's start with the water. I have nowhere to put anything. Okay. So first things first, because we are doing a brand redesign, I do want to look into the background of Jason's Deli. Who are they? What they stand for? All that stuff. So right now I am on Jason's Deli's website. We're going to go straight to the About Us page, and we'll go to the overview. Okay, this is short. Jason's Deli is family owned and community focused. Jason's Deli serves guests at 250 delis in 28 states. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put in our food and what we take out of it. Get to know our wholesome ingredients and the trusted partners we get them from. We are one of the first restaurant groups to remove artificial trans fats from our food back in 2005. Since then, we have eliminated boom, 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 boom. Y'all can read that. I personally like all those things. If we wouldn't serve it to our families, we're not going to serve it to yours. My main two takeaways right now, and basically the only thing that it says on this page, is that they are family/community focused and they care about what's in the food. They're not just going to give you any BS, right? That's great. I love that. Let's see if Wikipedia could give us any more insight, because why not? All right, Wikipedia is letting us know that they were founded in 1976. The menu, the company offers a standard deli-style menu, including traditional sandwiches such as po' boys and muffaletta. I have no clue. I have not a single clue what that is. Muffaletta? Muffaletta? Each deli has a salad bar and a daily soup section that they do. They also serve other items such as baked potatoes, pastas, and salads. I think it's crazy that they don't even mention the free ice cream, but it says here, the deli also has ice cream for its customers free of charge. I'm not going to lie. The first few times I went there, I went for dessert. I went for strawberry shortcake, which has nothing to do with anything else they sell. But the pull for me is definitely about the sandwiches. The whole first half of their menu has an extensive list of sandwiches, followed by soups and salads. But of course, I am a journalist, so I took this opportunity to go ahead and do in-person research. I went to Jason's Deli for lunch. I'm in Jason's Deli right now waiting for my order. And I'm starving, so it's gonna be good regardless, but we'll see. We'll really see what's up. Like I said before, this is not a place I frequent, so I went ahead and got a safe bet type of sandwich. It was called Amy's Turkey-O. It was fire. I can't even, it was so good. It was unexpectedly good. I invested $9.46 in this video. Give me a thumbs up, just because. I couldn't even speak when I was filming, trying to eat it. I couldn't give you a review on the spot. It was so good. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. The vibe of the restaurant was very, it wasn't super modern. It wasn't modern at all, actually. And I can't lie, its current logo looks exactly like the restaurant. I can't even explain any further. What this logo looks like is what the restaurant looked like to me. So I don't hate it, but I do think there's so much room to play with it. It is like a classic deli spot, not a deli in the sense that I'm used to, because I'm from New York. It looks totally different, but a classic deli spot, like your Paneras, like your Firehouse, like your so on and so forth. I think it being founded in 1976, that is almost 50 years ago. That is a significant amount of time. It's coming up on the 50th anniversary. I don't know about y'all, but when I have a deli sandwich, I differentiate between a bodega sandwich, the thick bread with the shaved boar's head turkey and all that stuff. I differentiate between that and a deli sandwich that is made with sliced sour sourdough bread and like everything. It looks like someone made it at home, but you got it from a deli and it tastes really good. That's what I mean. That type of situation is what we're working with here. I want to try to emulate that in some way, shape, or form. Continuing on with our research, I decided that what I already found simply wasn't enough. I just want to know more about Jason's Deli. I want to know what people feel about it. So I'm on YouTube looking up people's random videos. Let's just watch a few seconds of each.
So I get my sandwich, right, in a nice styrofoam box, and they give me this nonsense. Look at this. This is gross. All right, let me explain something to you. I told them, I said, let me get a Reuben, but I want it extra grilled. Apparently they don't have a grill, they don't have a flat top. This looks like something that you buy at Arby's. Now, the amount of meat on there, I
gotta pause him. I've never been to Arby's, but I'm gonna assume this is a negative review.
It's not the problem. Like, it's not even grilled. It's like they threw it in a microwave. I'm gonna put it back in their bag because I don't want nothing to do. Nothing gets me more upset than when somebody makes really bad food. And yeah.
Well, that's a negative review. Doesn't match my experience.
All right, here it is. This is the New York Yankee, it was called.
New York.
It has like corned beef or cheese, and then I got mayonnaise and Thousand Island on the side. But I want to try it all natural. Look how thick that is. That is very yummy looking.
Sir,
Me and
the
my
dog.
Barking. Let's take a big bite.
Is it good?
Well, very juicy and delicious.
Okay. It sounds like he enjoyed the sandwich. I was hoping to hear some like keywords that will stand out to me. Not so much from them too, but I'm gonna give it one more shot and I'm going to look at Yelp. I love their food. It's so nice in here. They make me feel welcome. The aura is great and so friendly. Always a go-to. Okay, I love the food and the people are great. I love it. So affordable yet still great. It's always a place I go to with my friends, a favorite. We were really pleased as the food was good and the staff was friendly. There was plenty of room and the place was clean. All of these reviews are raving about how friendly everyone is and how the environment is, and then they're all talking about sandwiches. That's what my thought process is. I also want to take a quick look at competitors. For the sake of time, I'm going to just look at their facade, basically about what their branding looks like. I normally would go through, obviously this is a much more extensive process, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to look at what they look like on the outside. So according to my notes, I've already listed out a couple or a few competitors of theirs, and this is from both research and just my idea of their competitors. So I've listed McAllister's Deli, Panera Bread, of course, Jersey Mike's, Firehouse Subs, and Jimmy John's. First, let's look at McAllister's Deli. So McAllister's logo, I don't know which one of these is the new logo or the old logo, whatever. They're similar enough. This has that older type of feel that I am talking about that I would love for, what's the name of this, right? Wow. Who am I rebranding? Jason's Deli. I would love for Jason's Deli to have a little more of a classic type of look to it, or something, either something that's classic or something a little more fun, maybe leaning on the vintage side, but you can see this general look and feel that McAllister's has. I like that. I think that matches the taste of the sandwich I had, and it matches the experience of the restaurant itself. Panera is leaning more modern, in my opinion. Not the direction I want to go in, but Panera, because of that icon on the top with the woman breaking bread, literally, she makes it feel homey and welcoming and warm. And if you've had a pick two from Panera, your sandwich and soup, you feel exactly how this woman looks. Okay. Jersey Mike's is also a competitor. I just like Jersey Mike's branding. And what I like about it is that it has a balance, like a mix between classic and fun. The typeface itself is fun. It's like juicy, it's bold. It has that informal script look to it. Blue and red give off classic. It looks like a food establishment, and their sandwiches are bomb. Now looking at this, that does make me want to find the balance between warm and inviting and classic. Firehouse Subs looks exactly like what it sounds like. It does not have the same like warmth and like coziness to it, but obviously Firehouse Subs is called Firehouse Subs. It was founded by two firefighters firefighters, I believe, or a family of firefighters. It has the history of a men in uniform vibe. It feels more urgent. It feels more like a place for bros to get their sandwiches. And so I think Jason's Deli is on the complete opposite end of that spectrum. Jimmy John's, their overall branding and the way that I think of Jersey Mike's, where it has a mixture of classic and fun. I can kind of see that in Jimmy John's, just leaning a little more classic or like a modern version of classic. If I were to put Jason's Deli up on a lineup with these brands, I would want it to lean somewhere between Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's with a little influence of McAllister's. That's just how I felt. That's how I feel about Jason's Deli. That's what we're going to go for. Now that I got some research out the way, I'm going to step away with this pencil and do some sketches, and I'll come back and show you my great ideas. Okay, so let's switch cameras. These are some of the ideas that I did have. I started out with as you can see, overall, I'm obsessed with the sandwiches. So that's where my head was at. I want this branding to feel very friendly, very inviting. I want it to be a little fun, and I still want it to have that classic feel to it. Those are my elements. And so I started off with this character, but I felt like this was friendly and classic, but it was a little too played for me. Like, I feel like I've seen this a million times, which is probably why I drew it first. Then I tried to move on to a salad bowl, because it's a place that cares about what they put in the food, but I felt like this will work best for a literal salad establishment, like a chop, like a Sweet Green. This is not that, and I don't want it to give off that vibe, so we're nixing the salad. It's more about the sandwiches. So on the note of caring about what's in the food, I started thinking about heart shapes, and then I was like, oh, let's put the sandwich in the shape of a heart because the top of bread makes that shape already. But I'm actually not mad at this. There is no but. That's just there. Then I did it again without it being a character, like taking that fun element out of it and just focusing on the heart in the sandwich. This symbol here, if we can even refer to that as a symbol, this is more so about the idea of them caring about what they put in the sandwich and what they take out. This is like a separated sandwich, if that makes sense. Like, these are the bread, this, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But this is a little too serious for me. This might work for some place that's like super, super healthy, and it's like the abstract look of the logo. I didn't want something abstract. Again, I'm trying to find something fun and classic. On the note of classic, I try to think of some type styles that I like. I of course like chunky script fonts, kind of like how Jersey Mike's was. So I started sketching out something like that with the outline attached to it. I thought it might look cute. And then cute, that's not the word I want to use. It don't need to look cute, y'all, okay? But I thought that might be appropriate. That's a better word for what I'm going for. Then I also thought about this like classic sans serif type of font that's a little condensed. I don't know. We'll see. This is what was in my head. We'll see when we go through fonts if there's something that I'm like, oh, that's what I was getting at when I made this. Then we got to the ones that I really like. I basically combined all the thoughts that I had up here, and I got here, which is two sandwiches, whom I love, hugging each other, right? They're characters, they're fun. The hugging each other brings in that care factor, both the care for the customers, the family, what they put in the food. All of that is symbolized here by these sandwiches hugging, and I think it's just so cute, and it has the classic look. They're still characters like I want. They're fun. The font style that I have here, I do want it on some type of like arc, and not this one, but Jason's to be on some type of art. That's where the classic part will come in. I mean, this is already classic. I also thought like this would be cute if these were halftone patterns on the shadow parts of the bread. Listen, we're getting there. This was a separate thought, but this also could be another logo in this suite, just a version that's in a circle. That's still my hugging sandwiches, and then probably same font, and then including the 1976 as some sort of establishment, because I feel like once you are near 50 years old, it's cool to go ahead and put a year in a logo. I think any brand or company that is younger and puts their year established in a logo, I think that's a misstep, because you just never, it's just not old enough. It's like, what's the point of putting that in there? It's 2024 now. If I saw a logo today that said 2023 or 2022, I'd be like, what are we establishing here? Like, why are we stating that? You know, you're a baby. We don't gotta say that. At this point, I'm going to step away from the computer. I'm going to work on my hugging sandwiches, that icon on my iPad, so that it'll be easier to vectorize when I'm ready to hop into Illustrator. Usually I film these in one sitting. I still don't want to spend more than a couple hours on it, but I am going to give myself time away from the computer so that maybe my mind could think a little different. Let's get into it.
Was all I knew, you and me only. I did it all for you, still you were lonely. We could've worked it out, but I guess things change. It's funny how someone else's success brings pain. When you're no longer involved, that person has it all, and you just stuck standing there. But I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. Say something, baby. Say something, baby. Say something. I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. I am the topic of conversation. It's a celebration. Let's toast to the fact that I moved out my mama's basement to a condo downtown, cause it's all about location.
I'm literally trying to draw this right now, and I can't figure out if when the breads hug, are the hands supposed to go up or down?
Just tipsy, killing shit, the ever so talented Mr. Ripley. How I go from being a man that you argue with to me and Dwayne Carter putting out the hardest shit. I should wanna go back to the one I started with, but I'm addicted to this life, it's gonna be hard to quit. Yeah, just ask me how things are coming along. You can tell me that you never heard none of my songs, long as you end up saying one day you plan to listen. Cause what's the start?
Okay, I made it back. So illustrating my idea was low-key kind of hard. I'm not the strongest at like free drawing stuff. You know what I mean? It takes me a minute to get the idea out of my head and onto the paper. I'm just not like, I'm not the most skilled in that way, but if I have like actual references besides my messed up imagination, I'm much better. I did not look up bread with hands, so it was a little hard. I did mess up a little bit because I used two different brushes in Procreate, so the widths are a little different, so this won't be a matter of just like throwing it in Illustrator and vectorizing it. Like I will probably need to image trace it again, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we got our bread in here, our people. Obviously, like the sizing is off and all that. For symmetry, obviously I only need to use one side, I guess the side that I like the most, and reflect it and put them together. Instead of drawing both of them, I drew both of them on Procreate so that I could see which one came out better, and I'm thinking it's homeboy on the left. So right now I'm just separating the two shapes so that I can get rid of this guy over here. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I'm gonna stick to my original idea of adding a halftone pattern on these in the shadows, and so I think everywhere where the bread is like, you know, the depth of the bread, I'm gonna put a halftone texture, I think.
To make the people say yeah, yeah, yeah. I can put you in a log cabin somewhere in Aspen. Girl, ain't nothing to the pain, ain't tricking if you got it, what you asking for? Put you in a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin. Like I said, ain't nothing to the...
So I have now done just about all I think I'm going to do with this illustration. It's kind of like, it didn't come out the way, I mean, it looks exactly like it looks on my paper, but it didn't come out the way, I don't know. It's just not what was in my head. But you know me, so I'm just going to keep it pushing. We're going to go ahead and work on our word mark. If you are not new, then you already know where I'm going to go. But if you are new, then you should be aware that I am a huge fan of Envato Elements. And so when it's time for me to pick fonts, I am always going to Envato Elements. Not only just for fonts, but for mock-ups, for stock video, for stock photos, for music, like sound effects, things like that. This video was not sponsored. As usual, one day, maybe. Envato Elements basically has everything you need. I do have a link down in my description. If you do click that link and you do sign up for Envato Elements, I do get some kickback, so keep that in mind. I always come on here and look for fonts. As you can see, there are plenty to choose from. I already went ahead and downloaded some for this project. I downloaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fonts. These are the 5 here. I think all of these were reminiscent of this right here that I was trying to draw. Like I said, I don't know why that popped into my head, but it did. And so I'm going to go for that look. I do think that these types of fonts bring in the classic element into the fun of the illustration. So I'm going to try it in every font that I've downloaded so far. We'll do this one. I already like that. This is the first time in a minute that I've done such a good job that I like most of the ones I've selected. I am not feeling this one, so we'll just, that can go. I love the first two, but I think I really love the first one. So we're gonna go ahead and take that first font. You see how this is like, it's a little agitating because now the sandwiches are so like thin in comparison to the type, but I think I can balance that out. So when I add deli, I'm going to balance it so that there's more air on that word so that it doesn't make our sandwiches look so like lost, because they need to, they're the star of the show.
Cause you look so good. Tell me why you want to work here. I put you on the front page of a King magazine, but you gon' get yourself hurt here. Hey, baby, I bought you in the back just to have a conversation. Really think you need some ventilation. Let's talk about you and me. Oh, I can't believe it. Ooh, ooh, she all on me, man. I think she want me. Nah, I can't leave her lonely. No, ooh, I can't believe it. Ooh, she all on me, man. I think she want me. Nah, I can't leave her lonely. No, and you don't understand. She made the people say yeah, yeah, yeah. She hit the main stage. She made the people say yeah, yeah.
All right, I think I'm at a spot where I'm comfortable, and I think that it translates to what I was envisioning and what I wanted to see for a reimagination of this brand. If I learned nothing else from this particular experience, is that I definitely want to improve my freehand skills. They need to be improved. It's funny because I always tell people that you don't have to know how to draw in order to be a graphic designer. You don't. But it helps a lot. Anyway, don't let that scare you. There are plenty of ways to get whatever's in your head accomplished. But without further ado, let's look at the new Jason's Deli. I like. Thank you so much for watching as usual. If you are not subscribed already and you are still here, please subscribe. Stop playing. And if you are still here, leave a cartwheel emoji in the comments. Y'all need to start staying till the end. I might give away $1 million one day and you just would never know. You know? I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.